Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to dive into the fascinating world of bizarre and outrageous laws from around the globe. Get ready to be blown away by the absurdity of these legal regulations that exist in various countries. From peculiar prohibitions to downright strange statutes, we'll explore the top 10 weirdest laws in the world. So, sit tight and let's embark on this mind-boggling journey together. But before that, if you want to be a part of our journey, consider subscribing and showing your support by smashing that like button. No high heels in ancient Greece. Did you know that in Greece, specifically in some archaeological sites, it is forbidden to wear high heels? Yes, you heard that right. Walking around historical landmarks in stilettos is considered a potential threat to the preservation of these ancient sites. Can you imagine the struggle of all the fashionistas out there trying to navigate these historical wonders with flat shoes? It may seem like a fashion dilemma to have to trade in stylish heels for more practical footwear when visiting ancient sites in Greece, but the ban on high heels actually serves an important purpose. The delicate and priceless remnants of history can easily be damaged by the sharp points of stilettos. This regulation was put in place to ensure the preservation of these precious sites for both current and future generations. While it may not be the most fashionable decision, walking around these breathtaking landmarks in flat shoes allows visitors to fully immerse themselves in the wonder and awe of Greece's rich cultural heritage without causing unintentional harm. No chewing gum in Singapore. Next up, we have Singapore, a city known for its cleanliness and strict regulations. One of the peculiar laws in Singapore is the ban on chewing gum. Yes, chewing gum. It's considered a punishable offense to import or sell chewing gum in the country. The government enacted this law to maintain cleanliness in public spaces and prevent gum from causing damage to infrastructure. Let's visualize a scene of someone getting caught smuggling chewing gum into Singapore. The offender's face is pale, beads of sweat running down their forehead as they try to explain the pack of gum tucked away in their luggage. But it's too late, they are already facing a hefty fine or even worse, imprisonment. Singapore's strict regulations may seem extreme, but they have indeed helped the country maintain high standards of cleanliness and become one of the most beautiful cities in the world. No pink cars in Shanghai. When it comes to driving in Shanghai, China, one has to be mindful of the city's peculiar law on car colors. The authorities have deemed pink vehicles to be a hazard to traffic safety due to their potential to distract other drivers. Hence, it is illegal to drive a pink car within the city limits. Imagine the inconvenience of being pulled over simply because your car happens to be pink. As depicted in the visual, even the authorities are strict about this rule and can immediately catch any offender. So, if you're planning to drive in Shanghai, make sure your car doesn't violate any color restrictions. No whale hunting in Oklahoma. Now, let's head to Oklahoma, a landlocked state in the United States. In a place where the nearest ocean is hundreds of miles away, you might be surprised to learn that there is an existing law that strictly forbids whale hunting. This baffling legislation raises the question of why such a law was deemed necessary in a landlocked state. Let's visualize a scene of someone attempting to hunt a whale in Oklahoma, only to be stopped by bewildered locals. No feeding pigeons in Venice. Planning a Venice trip? Reconsider feeding pigeons at St. Mark's Square. It's banned due to health and heritage worries. Picture pigeons dispersed by officials there. Pigeon feeding seems nice but causes troubles. They harm historic sites, raise hygiene concerns, and invite pests. Venice values its heritage, so pigeon feeding is now against the law. Officials guide visitors to obey this rule for Venice's beauty and health. The rule also backs eco-sustainability in the floating city. Admire pigeons from a distance, enjoy the scene, and honor Venice's legacy. No yoga pants in Parliament. Moving on to more unexpected laws, another bizarre legal restriction is in place in a small town in Italy. The law prohibits anyone from dying in the town. Although the law is not regularly enforced, the mayor has warned citizens that anyone caught dying will face serious consequences. This seemingly absurd law has sparked a wave of media attention and raised questions about the role of lawmakers in regulating seemingly uncontrollable aspects of life. Let's imagine a group of tourists visiting the town and frantically trying to escape before their impending death to avoid breaking the law. No stopping for pedestrians in Japan. In Japan, a country known for its strict adherence to rules, there's an extraordinary traffic regulation that might surprise you. It is illegal for drivers to stop for pedestrians on certain streets. This law aims to ensure smooth traffic flow and reduce accidents caused by sudden stops. Let's visualize a driver ignoring a pedestrian waiting to cross the road, adhering to this peculiar law. The pedestrian might feel perplexed and unsafe while waiting for traffic to clear, but to the Japanese, This law is essential for the well-being of the entire community. The strict enforcement of traffic regulations in Japan has made it one of the safest countries to drive in. Despite the absence of the ability to stop for pedestrians on certain streets, Japan remains a pedestrian-friendly country, as drivers are expected to slow down and give way at intersections and crosswalks. Ultimately, the driver's compliance with this traffic regulation results in a safer and more efficient traffic system, which benefits all road users. No snakes in Ireland. Unbeknownst to many, Ireland has its fair share of peculiar laws. One that stands out is the prohibition of owning or breeding snakes. This law was implemented to preserve the country's delicate ecosystem and prevent the introduction of non-native species. As a result, Ireland remains a snake-free zone. Let's visualize an Irish customs officer confiscating a bag containing a snake at the airport. Imagine a typical day at Dublin Airport, bustling with travelers from all over the world. Passengers hurry to board their flights, anxiously checking their boarding passes and passports. Among the crowd, a customs officer stands vigilant, meticulously scanning luggage for any prohibited items. As the officer's gaze lands on a suspicious-looking bag, their instincts kick in. With a practiced hand, they pull out the bag and place it on the inspection table. Slowly unzipping it, they hold their breath, not knowing what awaits inside. To their surprise, a slithering creature emerges from within the bag, a snake. The officer's eyes widen in disbelief, as they contemplate the implications of this discovery. Not only is the possession of the snake a breach of the law, but it also poses a potential threat to the delicate ecosystem that Ireland has worked so hard to protect. Acting swiftly, the customs officer reaches for a secure container and carefully transfers the snake into it. They call for assistance from the relevant authorities, who will ensure the snake's safe removal and relocation to an appropriate facility. In this moment, the officer's dedication to upholding the law and preserving Ireland's unique environment is evident. They understand the grave consequences that the introduction of non-native species can have on the local flora and fauna, and take their responsibility seriously. As news of the incident spreads, it serves as a reminder of the ongoing efforts to safeguard Ireland's natural beauty and maintain its status as a snake-free zone. The incident prompts increased awareness among travelers, encouraging them to educate themselves on the country's peculiar laws and respect its ecological boundaries. So, the next time you find yourself boarding a flight to Ireland, remember the story of the Irish customs officer and the bag containing a snake. It serves as a testament to the country's commitment to preserving its delicate ecosystem and showcasing its unique wildlife. No picking up trash in Singapore. Returning to Singapore, we discover another eccentric law. Believe it or not, it is illegal to pick up and discard used chewing gum on the streets. This law was enacted to maintain cleanliness, but it also raises questions about personal responsibility and the effectiveness of such legislation. Let's visualize a scene of someone trying to dispose of their chewing gum secretly, only to be caught by a vigilant officer. The law might seem strange, but it is intended to keep the city free from unwanted waste and maintain a high level of cleanliness. However, the effectiveness of this legislation remains under scrutiny, as some argue that such laws only serve to hinder personal freedoms and restrict individual behavior. Nonetheless, it is important to recognize the impact of individual actions on the environment and the significance of personal responsibility in ensuring a sustainable future. No dancing on Sundays in Iceland. Last but not least, in Iceland, dancing is strictly prohibited on Sundays. This unique law traces back to religious beliefs and the traditional day of rest. Though it may seem bizarre to us, it's important to respect and understand the cultural context behind these laws. Let's visualize a group of people gathering on a Sunday, only to halt their dance moves abruptly when reminded of the law. It's fascinating to think about how this prohibition has shaped the social dynamics in Iceland. With dancing being such a popular form of expression and celebration in many parts of the world, imagine the impact it has on the people of Iceland who have to navigate their Sundays without this vibrant outlet. The absence of dancing on Sundays may have prompted the development of alternative community activities that provide entertainment and relaxation within the confines of the law. Perhaps this rule has fostered a strong sense of connection between Icelanders, leading to the creation of unique traditions or gatherings that revolve around non-dance-related activities. Additionally, this law also sheds light on the significance of Sundays as a sacred day in Iceland, where individuals prioritize rest, reflection, and spiritual rejuvenation. It serves as a reminder of the deep-rooted cultural values that continue to shape the lives of the Icelandic people. So next time you find yourself in Iceland on a Sunday, remember to embrace the uniqueness of their customs and join in the alternative forms of enjoyment that this extraordinary country has to offer. Join our incredible community by hitting that subscribe button and don't forget to give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.